I really believe that privacy is all about trust. And companies are trying to create relationships with their customers and their prospects to buy their products and their services. And when it comes to the exchange of data, whether that be the name, the contact information, shipping information, just email, phone number, whatever kind of information is being shared, the customer and the prospect expect that the company is going to do the right thing. And depending on the type of information, maybe is it a health organization, financial organization, proprietary information, all of that is created with a foundation of I can trust who this other company is with my data, with being able to serve me. And so when we look at the nuances of privacy laws, they're really rooted in thinking first about the customer or the individual and what is in the right place for them. So if we think about being transparent, if we think about avoiding or minimizing risk to the individual, I think that is what makes privacy so interesting because everyone is an individual. We're all buying products and services all day long, and we're making choices about which company to do business with. When companies think about the customer first and what's in their best interests, that's when I think privacy is just naturally a part of the process. If I think about privacy by design, especially in an AI project, I personally think this is true for any type of project. The idea is to think about the type of data that might be collected or used in the tool and in the algorithm. So we're thinking about the data collection, the data use. We're trying to understand what type of system it's going in. And around that, we're going to be thinking about security measures. We're going to be thinking about, can I use this data? And then, should I use this data? It is always easier to ask those kinds of questions and make any adjustments that might need to be made at the beginning of a project. If you have it all created and then there's some type of question about the algorithm or maybe how the data is being presented or how the data is being used, it's going to be a lot harder to unwind code or have to redo a customer interface. Planning in advance for anything always saves time and money and resources, and also tends to make sure that we're thinking holistically about privacy here, security, bias from an AI point of view. And when we do that first, we're also not rushed and we might not miss anything. In a variety of different use cases. So we could think about personal information that might be used. HR is a really common one. So maybe we're going to be trying to analyze a group of resumes. Well, if we were to think about what type of information might be okay to use first and review versus what type of information might create bias. Well, then we can think in advance, have those discussions, be able to build the algorithm appropriately, or build in additional safeguards. So I have some companies that will say a human has to review to spot check, or you only can take this information, certain pieces of information from a resume, but you can't take other pieces of information. Having that discussion first is an example of privacy by design. And then they're able to build a use case and a product and a service that works well for the company and for the individual. I think what excites me is that it's global. And while there are hundreds of laws around the world for privacy and security and AI, everyone is still grappling with the same issues, and the ability to be able to learn from others and what is important and how they are working through those issues, as well as example use cases, is really exciting. And I think in this space, which is ever changing, it feels like on a daily basis, the opportunity to pause, to stop, to learn, to connect, to build relationships that you can lean on in the future, and to learn a little something to apply to current use cases is always going to be a win-win for professionals and for the companies that they serve.